up, sir? Thanks for coming on, man.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
You know, you are really, I love the fact that you're really taking this acting to a new level. You're here today to talk about a specific series that you're now involved in.
Of course.
Candace, who's the director, contacted us, and I think it's wonderful. Tell us about it.
Well, Candace Kane, she's director, writer. She's creator of the show called New Dogs, Old Tricks. So basically the show is right now, it's on Amazon. We finished the whole first season. We shot everything on Long Island, out east, actually some at the restaurant as well, some in the village of Port Jeff. We shot all around. Yeah, very fortunate to be a part of it. It's a 12-part miniseries.
Yep.
Not even a miniseries, I would assume. You know, it's a series on Amazon. We're already got greenlit for the season 2.
So right now,
So,
if
yeah.
I go, because that's all I watch now, is Amazon Video.
Yep.
I'll go in, I'll search for the title.
Yep, go to Amazon Plus,
This is so
type
cool.
in New Dogs, Old Tricks. You can watch all 12 episodes that are out right now.
Right, and that's what people do now.
Oh, yeah.
Right? People
Binge
watch,
everything in a day.
they binge watch. I
Yeah.
just unfortunately watched the 5-part series on Ted Bundy, changed my life for the worse, but what could people expect to see in terms of a plot here? What's going on with it?
So Candace Kane, she wrote it. She wrote it based loosely on her, her college life.
Yep.
It's a kind of a sequel to What Happened Last Night. She wrote a movie that actually went out, got distribution and stuff like that, but it's kind of a sequel into that, made into a series that Amazon picked up. It's basically about, it's about college. Remember when you were in college?
I do.
Just, you're
And
dating
I
around
have to
and-
tell you, I'm older than you, and I often say, thank God there weren't video cameras around then. Because
Absolutely.
it was just off the hook. I went to Oneonta, by the way.
Okay, yeah,
So
yeah.
you could start, but at the same time, I might be very wealthy because there was some good content.
You could have tapped into the demographic years ago. And so
Right, exactly.
It's that whole party scene. But, very fortunate to be a part of it. It has a great cast that's a part of it. Actually, Eric Roberts, he was a guest star in one of the episodes. He's actually up for an Emmy.
So
right now
Eric
from the
is
show.
Julia's brother.
Yes.
Phenomenal.
I mean, he's been in a ton of things.
A ton of things, yeah. I don't want to just refer him to that, but I just want to give reference.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But
Yeah, he's a wonderful actor.
yeah,
And
very fortunate to actually be on set and watch somebody that has all that experience and stuff like that. You pick up a thing or two. So it is a great thing. And then it's also filled with a bunch of, young up-and-coming actors as well, people that are, kind of making a footprint in the business as of right now, and just continuous acting people you're going to see around for years to come.
How fast has the business changed? I mean, it only seems like 5 years ago, there was no direct content from Netflix and Amazon.
Yeah.
Now these guys, this is it. These are where the production companies are coming to make TV and movies. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
It's just honestly the way you can look at it from two different ways. You can look at it from a negative part that says, they're taking all the content. But if you really think about it, companies, CBS, NBC, they're not going anywhere.
Right.
They're really not doing anything. Netflix, honestly, and Amazon and Hulu, things of that nature, they become just another studio.
That's what I meant, yes.
You look for it as extra work now. Because now they're making their own content.
But the thing is, they have, it seems now, unending money, capital. So they really can come up with some amazing productions. What about your history as an actor? A lot of people didn't know this.
Yeah, no, I mean, I acted for years.
Did you act in school?
No.
Okay.
Went to college, took theater in college because I thought it was something I wanted to try out.
Right.
Fell in love with it. After I did a scene, I did Reservoir Dogs for like my final thesis type of thing. And it was 14 pages. Me and one of my best friends, we did it, and we absolutely killed it. And from that moment forward, my acting teacher went and he said, you guys can make this a career if you want to do it. So I did this for years, and then I had an opportunity to open the restaurant. Life happens, so you kind of steer back into there. But
well, every actor, we know all famous actors. Brad Pitt was the chicken at a chicken restaurant. There's no denying that you got to make a living, and then you have projects.
There's
even
no
the biggest of the big
straight road. There's no if
Right.
you do this and this will happen. It's a crazy business, but it's also a rewarding business.
Yes.
And me losing somebody very close to me a couple years ago kind of pushed me in the direction of saying, you know what, I don't want to turn around and
If not now, when?
Exactly. And
That's
I
wonderful.
love it. You know
That's
what I
wonderful.
mean? And that's really what it comes down to. And I hate to say it, but losing that piece brought another piece back.
Live life
into
with
my
no regrets.
Absolutely.
And life is short.
He definitely showed me that. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's kind
Give me
of
an
my
idea
history
where
of
the series was filmed. Like everybody here is gonna know the places? Because we're all from Long Island.
Yeah, I mean, we shot it at, my restaurant. We shot a bunch of stuff there. That's actually how I met Candace, was through that. So it was kind of like the universe brought everything back to me when I was trying not to act. It said, you know what? No, you're not getting away. Come back to me, and introduced me to this wonderful lady. And we shot there. We shot a bunch of stuff out east. Out in like the Moriches area, things like that. A lot of houses. A lot of there's a library out there that's in the East Moriches that we shot at as well.
Can you show us a particular scene right now that you're in?
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, just describe this scene here. I'll put it on right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can I just say something?
Yeah, sure.
I have a boyfriend.
Congratulations.
No, I have a boyfriend, Danny Barker. We've been going out for 2 months.
And?
And he's my boyfriend.
Yeah, you said that already.
So why are you here?
To study.
No, why are you here with me?
I'm not with you, Sarah. There's no other seats available, so I sat down here.
Really?
Yes, really, princess. Just because a guy sits across from you doesn't mean he's interested in you.
I didn't mean to.
Yes, you did. You're pretty full of yourself, Sarah. And for the record, you're not my type.
Wow, very, very cool. Such great
Yeah.
quality. Describe that to us.
Well, basically,
While the man in the back cuts something.
everybody's got to work. Basically, in that scene, me and Sarah, played by Alex Kearns, we basically, she kind of looks at me and she continuously thinks I'm hitting on her and stuff like that. And she kind of pulls out my card while we're sitting at the library when I'm just honestly just trying to sit down and study. Me and her have a history in the show, kind of my counterpart. We have a love-hate relationship that we have. So in that scene, basically, I'm calling her out on her bullshit and just letting her know, you know what, that just because a guy sits across from her doesn't mean he's automatically interested in her.
So doing stuff like this, it must make you as an actor not only hone your skills, but also, there's some guys, I always remember the famous, who's the famous actor that did The Godfather, the greatest actor?
Brando?
Brando. So Brando prepared nothing, is what I'm told. He prepared nothing. He was an ornery guy, which has nothing to do with what I'm saying. But what are you starting to see about yourself that will make you better? Where do you want to be in your craft, if you will?
I mean, honestly, in my craft, I just want to do great work that inspires people.
In terms of, is there a practice to acting? Or is it just each gig is the practice, really?
Well, just in the sense of I'm a great musician or, because you do music yourself, so, you practice. You practice the guitar.
You practice your craft.
You train, and I played sports for years. I played ice hockey, and you train, and it's the same thing with acting. You train, you continuously read, you learn, you practice scenes, you go over it, and try to embody that character to bring them to life.
Absolutely.
Everybody has different ways.
So were you home in your bathroom or your living room and just reading through those lines?
When it went through something like this, I have a couple friends that I trust that been in the business as well, so we'll sit down and we'll go over and we'll say, every scene and a great writer, there has to be, what is your ultimate goal in the scene? Everybody has a goal, even in life. Every day you go somewhere, you have a goal, whether it's going to get tea, whether it's sitting here doing an interview with you. The goal, everybody, you have to make sure it's clear. And that's the thing in a good script, a good movie,
director.
television, a good director, they get out of you that goal. So, hence in that scene, our goal, my goal for her was just to be, and to be the friend for her.
Awesome.
And, you have a conflict, and the conflict.
Sometimes less is more, right? Sometimes, I always look at that, and we'll go back to The Godfather, arguably one of the greatest movies ever made. And I can't not watch that. The one thing you could say about that movie is when you flip through channels, you can't not watch it. I swear to God, I've seen the movie over 100 times.
Yeah.
By the way, my grandfather's in the pit orchestra of that movie.
Yeah,
in
remember
New York
you
City.
actually telling
it's
me that.
pretty
That's
cool.
amazing.
But that's not why I watch it. It's just compelling and it's simple. There's no special effects.
Yeah.
There's nothing. There's just
good
panel
acting.
cameras and it's amazing acting. But the plot, it's so deep and thick. I don't know. It's just
Well, it's
amazing.
just great writing as well.
Yeah, it's
Great
just
writing
something
can do
about
that. As long as you need every antidote.
Right.
You need great writing, you need great acting, great editing, great directing. Everybody as a team, as a focus, has to come together. You don't need fireworks.
No, you don't.
As long as you have good.
Right. Matter of fact, I think we got sick of that back in the last decade. It was too much of it. What's a movie in 2018 that really turned you on? You thought it was really done well, it really compelled?
Bohemian Rhapsody,
Yeah, that was great.
hands down.
I know.
I mean, that was
Were you surprised that it won over Star is Born?
no, not at all. Just how it was. I mean, for me personally, anything that's great for me inspires me. So after that movie was over, I went and I wrote a 130-page screenplay that's in pre-production right now, and
Oh, fantastic.
that
Inspired you?
great movies do that.
Yeah.
For anything great, and great music,
Yeah.
a great piece of art does that to you.
But it's funny, that didn't have to be written, did it? Because
No.
it was pretty much true to form.
But it was, I mean, for me,
It had to be directed, but not necessarily.
growing up with Queen
Right.
and not being, young and being able to enjoy the music the same way. Well, you were there when
I was there.
Freddie Mercury was playing everywhere, so you've seen it with a good eye.
Yeah.
Where me, I'm kind of being spoon fed. Like, here's the story,
That's true. That's a good point.
so they can say whatever they want to me, and I'm going to believe it unless I research it.
And you loved it, which
I loved
is
it,
great.
and I loved it because they didn't focus on him with AIDS. They focused on the actual group, Queen,
Right.
and for a person like
The
me,
music making process.
exactly. And that's what made it exciting because 2 hours went like that.
Yeah.
And it doesn't happen usually like that. for
Did you see
movies
Star
like
is Born?
that. I did.
What'd you think?
I thought it was great as well.
Yeah.
I mean, it tends to happen like that in the business where, around that time of the year, because obviously it's award season's coming
Yeah.
up.
They know what they're doing. Yep.
4, 5, 6 sometimes movies come out that just blow you away. And you go, where have these been the whole year? And then they all come out at once and you're like, wow.
Yeah.
And it enriches you and you say, you know what, I want to do work like that. And that's the greatest thing is these guys like Bradley Cooper. In my opinion, he's so successful because he picks and he makes sure he does great work.
Yep.
He just doesn't do anything that's given to him. He
No.
does great work and
And now
picks
he's
great
directing.
projects.
I saw him on Broadway. It was awesome.
Oh yeah, well, he was Elephant Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's absolutely amazing.
Yeah, it is.
But again, that's what kills actors' careers, in my opinion. And for me personally, I never want to be superstardom. That was never my aspirations behind it. My aspirations behind it is to do great work that hopefully one day somebody could watch and say, okay,
That moved me.
guy's good.
Yeah,
And
that moved me.
Yeah, exactly.
So where do people learn about you personally in your acting career?
I mean, they can check me out on IMDb. I've been doing it for years.
Yeah.
Just this past year, obviously, it's really striped out more because, like we spoke previously, it's something that I'm going full head in. I'm a little older, a little wiser, a little more motivated, more hustler, And I understand that I control what I do, and this is something that I'm going to be doing for years to come. So they can check me up on IMDb. Probably the best place to see it, the International Movie Database.
And they can meet you anytime right up the
They
road?
can meet me anytime up the road when I'm there.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so.
Well, thank you, and also
thank you.
I'm so glad that you peel back the layers and you realize that there was something yearning that you
Oh,
wanted to go forward for. That's really important in life. I've gone
Yeah.
through that a few times in life. It's one of the reasons I do this show.
Yeah, no, I'm
because
happy you
we
do it.
got a very short time on this earth.
Very short.
So good luck to you, man.
Thank you very much, brother.
Awesome having you.
Likewise, thank you for having me.